What's happening, everybody? Your boy, the First Club, in the building. Potentially our first trophy of the season. I suppose it is like the Community Shield, if you want to call it anything. For those that know British football, that's what this is. Technically, we're taking on Sao Paulo, a rival in the group. Of course, transfer market still happening. Some big news coming your way. Stay tuned for that. Run that intro. Well, guys, we made it to the Supercopa do Brasil final. It is obviously the winners of the Brazilian Cup taking on the winners of the Serie A. We've never won this competition. We want to win this competition. It is a prestigious it's not that prestigious, it's only 9 years old, this cup. It actually went from 1991, and then from 91 to 2019, they never took place, interestingly. Anyway, we're here. We want to win it. There is some big transfer news to talk about. I know I said there wasn't probably going to be any transfer news, but there is. David has left the club. And just 22.5 million. So the problem was he had a release clause of 22.5 into foreign clubs. His domestic release clause was 350 million. I misread that. Got a release clause of 93 million now. Listen, I can't be angry with him. He's earning £83,000. So we tried to offer him a new contract. He wanted £80,000 for us. There was no way I could afford that. And sinningly, because I decided to buy João Gomes instead, that kind of depleted our wage budget quite a bit. Although it has depleted now more. I'll explain that in a bit. I had to sold some of my stuff off as well, some of my contracts, and then you can see couple of loanies as well, which does reduce the budget a little bit. But yeah, David going for 22.5 million isn't great. We didn't have time, or we still have time to replace him. This literally went through yesterday. We still have about a month to go before the transfer market closes. I don't know if I want to replace him, because we do have Canhada Alves available. He's played 2 games. He has played 2 games this league, or this season already in the league. I guess it counts as league games. In the Sao Paulo League game, and he's already scored 3 goals, albeit all one in one game. But doesn't matter. He has performed. He can get the nod to go ahead. And elsewhere, I can also use Antonio as a striker as well, who I feel is probably good enough to be a David replacement. Once he gets moving and not injured, it could be great. So, yeah. So before we get into the Sao Paulo game, I thought I'm going to go through a little bit of a breakdown of the squad and just go through all the teams that we have, or the players that we have in this sort of format, just so we can see how we all line up. We'll start off with the goalkeepers, so we'll take all of these off. Our goalkeepers, we do have Florian. I'm going to put the reserves on as well, and under 20s for the goalkeepers. We have Florian Diaz, who is our number 1 goalkeeper. He is going to continue. He's gotten better. He has gotten better in the league. 6 games, 10 conceded, 1 clean sheet. I didn't say he was great, but he is a lot better than Heleno at the moment, who will be our number 2 goalkeeper, with Breno potentially our number 3. He is wanted by New York Red Bulls. They did make an offer for him. It was rejected by Breno himself. So I'm hoping they're coming for a second offer, because he's requested to leave, the Brazilian. He's not a bad goalkeeper, actually, and I'm not sure why I didn't give him a chance ahead of Heleno when we had the opportunity to do so, but either way, he doesn't want to stay. And then in terms of the youth prospects, Jefferson here, who's gone out on loan, will probably be our main 3rd choice goalkeeper. But in the grand scheme of things, if Breno does leave, I might need to just bring in a goalkeeper, albeit on loan, just to be the 3rd choice backup in case things happen. In terms of the defense, we have a pretty much full defensive squad that I like. I don't like having big bolstering squads. I like having small, decent number of squads. So right back will be Gonzalez coming in at the number 1 spot. He is a regular from last season. He did very well towards the end of last season. 8 assists, 1 goal, 704 rating. And his understudy is going to be João Paulo Andrade, who last season played decently for Sao Paulo. 2 games for them. He's playing against his former club, actually. Played 2 games for him. Had a good loan spell as well in 2028. picked up a goal and 2 man of the matches for 740 for America de Natal, who play in the Serie D division. But yeah, has played 1 game for us, didn't play badly at all. And on the left-hand side, it is going to be Al Haji Diouf. We've managed to keep hold of him for now. The interest has died off a little bit on him as well, which is great. So that is good. He is going to be the number 1 choice with Marquinhos. Decided to keep Marquinhos on. I see a lot of potential in him. So if you can just get some more regular game time in and around. He's played a couple of games, not because, of course, Diouf was on international duty with Senegal. He managed to come in there. And then our 2 starting defenders this season, Johan Fredes, the Chilean youngster, 19 years old. Look how much he's developed in just 1 year. Already picked up a goal this season. He'll be there on the right-hand side with Simulic on the left-hand side. I decided to stick with Simulic. There just wasn't any better options in terms of starters. We did manage to bring in someone to be a sort of a backup to him, and that is going to be Roger. You can also actually play as a midfielder. We could train him, but I prefer him as a centre-back. I think he could be maybe a long-term project for that one. And then Lautaro Ruiz, our Argentine, who has declined a little bit in his training. I don't know why, but he has. But yeah, he hasn't started off as great as Fredes. In the midfield, of course, we do have our 2 central midfielders. It does get mixed up a little bit with attackers and stuff like that, but we will go through this a little bit. João Gomez is going to be starting as the centre mid on attack. It is an absolute no-brainer. He is absolutely brilliant on that side. And I've gone with Igor Cesar as the deep-lying playmaker. A very good young prospect, in my opinion. I would have labelled him as a wonder kid. He wasn't labelled as a wonder kid, but he is very, very good. And I do like the looks of him. In terms of backup, we've got Dudu, who's going to come in as the backup deep-lying playmaker. Can fill in that role quite nicely. And Al Jabali, who's going to be playing in a sort of a newer role this time as a central attacking midfielder. He's going to be our 2nd choice backup, with Kings being our 3rd choice backup in that central attacking role. I have also started training Duarte a little bit as a deep-lying playmaker, just to add a little bit more extra depth in that position if we need it. And then up front, we go to the attacking midfielders. We'll just do it like that. We've got, of course, playing on the right-hand side, Lucas Rafael is going to be starting on the right-hand side. This man is more naturally on the left-hand side. We use him as the right. He is that good. I love him. I love this guy. He's so good. 5 play, 2 goals, 3 assists already in the league. Absolutely brilliant. And his counterpart, Rodrigo, played 2 games, scored 1 assist. He is absolutely just as good. With the possibility, and I'm going to just compare the 2 quickly. I'm not going to do that with all the players, but Lucas and Rodrigo are not that far apart from each other, which we have to be looking at as a potential long-term option. On the left-hand side, Caio Jorge is still at the club. He is still wanted by Shanghai Port. They have put in so many offers at this point. I've just given up rejecting them. Caio Jorge is going to be the starter on that left-hand side. And this is where the shuffle had to come in with David coming out. We are going to be playing Jorge as the natural backup on the left-hand side. But again, we do have Ronaldo Franco Duarte, who's... I was training him, but I have changed him on to MC as well, because he does have the attributes to be a good central midfielder. But he was also a good replacement if we need someone on the left, as well as Antonio can also fill in on that left, as well as Lucas Rafael. We've got some nice versatility in our players. And then attacking midfielder, Miguel Terrecos, hands down the best player that we have in the squad at the moment, other than once David left. He is probably our best player. And hasn't started the season great. Did have a little bit of a long-term injury. I do have Paulo Victor, who we're training as an attacking midfielder, to fill in on that role as a backup option. He's not the only one. Kings Kagawa can also fill in that role if we do need him, although probably not as good. But he is available for that one. We managed not to be able to sell him. And then Rogreiro is also a player that we can slot in there. So we do have a couple of players we can slot in there. And then let's talk about the attackers, the guys up front, the strikers. It's going to be Leonardo Cajanda Alves. I spoke about it a little bit about last season. Had a good spell in Colombia, 9 played, 4 assists. He's already scored 3 goals. We want to get him on the podium every game to score the goals. Rodrigo, Antonio, and Paulo Victor will be the understudies. Antonio is probably the first choice understudy if he can remain fit. That is important for us, that is the entire squad, guys. That is the squad. It is a small squad. It is a squad that I feel has enough depth in it. We have a lot of foreigners. In fact, all five, including the goalkeeper, are all foreigners at the back. Decided to use them. Lautaro is also this. That's 6 foreigners at the back. We're allowed to start with 7 in the league. So Al Jabali will take out that spot. Kings will be out of the bench, but they will be rotating a little bit in terms of foreign players. So everybody in the top half is Brazilian. I suppose it was designed that way. But yeah, that is how we are going to be lining up this season. Like I said, in terms of the league, I'm treating the Paulo Setti Scaretti as a preseason tournament, really. Our main focus is the Copa Libertadores. That is the point of this whole entire save, is to win the Copa Libertadores. So don't expect a lot of Serie A matches. We'll do some cup competitions and stuff. I'm not even going to do the Paulistas Cup competition if we make it to the next round. I'm just going to blast through that. We're going to come back for the Copa Libertadores. Today, like I said, we're taking on arch nemesis in Sao Paulo. They are a derby of sorts, the Sao derby. They do play in our Sao Paulo league as well. They've got my Uruguayan goalkeeper in goals. They also have young Brazilian Kelly as their top player, and he is very, very good. I did make an inquiry about him. They wanted 19 million for him at the time when we only had 5 million. This is when David left, because I think he could actually be a decent little replacement for David, but I see more of as a winger. And then we also have to talk about Diego Costa, their centre-back. He was an option for me to buy. The agent actually spoke to me and offered me out to him, but they did want a little bit more money than 23 million. I decided against that one. For a 30-year-old, it is time to go to the Supercopa do Brasil. Like I said, we've never won it. We want to win it. It's going to be the only game of the video. So I hope you guys enjoy this one. Let's go to it. And kickoff is underway. I'm probably going to be talking through most of this game. And interestingly, Sao Paulo did beat us in the first game of the Scarletti Cup. That was a cup competition, of course, where we didn't have any of our African players. They were all out on international duty. Terekos got an injury in that game like 6 minutes in. And Diaz had literally just arrived at the club a day before. So it was all upside down. We didn't even have a proper starting lineup. We didn't have backup defenders. We didn't have backup midfielders. We had nothing. And Diaz, that's the second time he's done that in this period of time. It makes me a little bit nervous that he keeps doing that, to the point where I'm thinking of taking off the tactic of playing out from the back. It is a way where we have played quite a bit, but I'm reluctant to let go of it because I like the way it works. And I feel Paredes and Simolich do play well out of the back. I was even considering changing them to ball-playing defenders. I think I did for one of the games, and it didn't work. And then we eventually just reverted back to playing normal, classic old centre-backs in the competition. So far, so good, I think. We've 7 shots, 2 on target. We haven't played too badly. João Gomez has a yellow card. A lot will be talked about João Gomez being our marquee signing, I guess, and costing us basically all of our wage budget. I did manage to get him for 10 million and then installments for the rest of the 20 million over 3 years. So I don't plan on being here for the next 2 years. I plan on winning the Copa Libertadores this season. Of course, it's not going to work like that when Riquelme easily passes through our team and scores his first goal of the season. Diaz maybe should have done a little bit better there. Paredes maybe should have done a little bit better to pick up his man. And I hate the reverse thing there. Completely out of position, Rivérez. And yeah, Gonzalez was drawn out as well. And that is going to be a goal for Sao Paulo. They've taken the first stab at us. We don't need to see it. It wasn't offside. There was no need for that offside decision. So yeah, a lot, like I was saying, a lot has been spoken about João Gomez. Whether financially might have crippled the team, I don't know. I don't think I have. I think we've got a good enough team to go into the Copa Libertadores and be successful in the Copa Libertadores this season, at least. If not win it, get close to winning it. Pablo Maya, though, smashes that past us. And I keep talking about Copa Libertadores like we've won it, and we are just getting dissected by Sao Paulo today. William Gomez to Ben Ramadan, and again, our defenders have been drawn out of position. And Paul Meyer easily smashed that in there. Simonovic, not the fastest of players to get back, and I think he was definitely exposed on that one. Lucas Raphael now with the corner, going to the near post. Simonovic, though, gets back his options, pulls one back for us. Ever rising present in the center of the box when it comes to corners. Melee didn't even smell that one. That was smashed into the back of the net. One of the strongest headers you'll ever see in your life. That was just smash it. What is that Roman Reigns used to say? Smash them, stack them, and score them, I guess. I don't know. But there you go. Sao Paulo 2, Santos 1, halftime. I'm going to yell at the players. I feel like they need to do a little bit better. They've been absolutely terrible. Keo Jorge is absolutely smashed out there as well. Gonzalez not looking happy either. Bosso with the is that our Bosso? Did he go to Sao Paulo? No, he didn't go to Sao Paulo, did he? John Bosso is not that one. Okay, I was going to say I know he didn't go to Sao Paulo. I absolutely know he didn't go there. Diego goes back to Da Costa. Kelly, their star man, is going to beat Juf, but not entirely because Juf got back there, but he forced the cross in, hits the crossbar, and Juf will then clear to Basso. Bit of a nervy one, that one. That was a bit of a nervy one. I don't like the nervy ones. You know what? I'm going to make some swaps. Yeah, Keo Jorge is looking absolutely knackered out there. We're going to take him off. I'm going to bring on Jorge to play on that left-hand side. Handa Alves hasn't played great either. Antonio can come in there. Gomes hasn't played great either. Al Jabali can come in there. And Osman Gonzalez is looking absolutely tired. We'll bring in Andrade to play on that right-hand side. It's also good to just give some players some runs. You know, like I said, it's not an important tournament, but I do kind of want to win this one. It's something we haven't won before. And oh my goodness, that was absolutely thunderbolt shot from Igor Cesar. I thought that was in. I thought it hit the crossbar and went straight in. Evidently not. Cesar, though, wins it back. Jorge, going to try and bring it in. Jorge with the worst shot you've ever seen in your life. Son, you have options in the box. Pass it. Don't shoot. Just pass. Just pass. That's all you need to do in this world. It's just pass. And they've given a penalty now. Oh, come on, ref. Was that a penalty? Like, I didn't see what happening. I think Juf might have pushed someone. It is going to be a penalty after the VAR review. Just when I thought we were having a bit of hope, it was Antonio that actually pushed. And Diaz, though, there's still hope. Florian Diaz saves a penalty. You absolutely love to see it. Riquelme with their corner going to the near post. Costa heads it over. There is a little bit of hope for this team. He's going to demand more from them. We need more from them. We need to get them into the net. I'm going to make some more swaps. Lucas Raphael is looking absolutely tired. So is Igor Cesar. Raphael coming for Rodrigo. We'll bring him on. Cesar. We'll bring on Dudu. As we don't have any more subs. Cesar just needs to just hang in there. Him and Juf both need to hang in there. But Rodrigo on the right-hand side. Last time we brought him on, he scored a goal. So let's see if he can do that again. Because we could do with a goal here. Like I said, it's not an important trophy, but it is a trophy that I want to win because Santos have never won it before, so it'll be nice. It'll be nice to have our name etched onto history. Diego Costa goes all the way back to Melee. Back to Costa, trying to force maybe a mistake of something. It's not happening because Kelly's given us straight to Rubens beautifully. Rivera is well wide open, and what a defensive move to get back in play. That was Andrade. And then an easy little tap-in finish. Come on. You do the most difficult saves, and then you just... Man. Was that Andrade? Paredes actually got back. Diaz with a great little save, and then... I mean, it just went straight through him. Andrade was the one there. I praised him up. He was actually the reason that Diaz didn't see it. And any opportunity or title hopes we had have just gone straight out the window. Sao Paulo have been the better team, though. They really have. We've come close. I mean, Cesar smashed that crossbar. I suppose that is the only thing. Rodrigo, though, he's through. He goes down in the box. Milking it a little bit, though. It's going to be a penalty, I think. I think it was inside the box. I didn't really look properly. I wasn't really paying attention. It is a penalty. There we go. Antonio will step up to take it. I think he's on penalty kick duties. He is on penalty kick duties. They can't save the penalty. We've pulled one back. We've got about a minute left to try and get an equalizer. You know what? Why not? If not, why not? Let's go very attacking for the last bit. There's nothing else I can really do. I mean, I can switch the tactic and go a bit more attacking, but I mean, it's just not necessary. Let's go very attacking for the 6th minute. There's a kickoff highlight. I mean, if we score now, there's absolutely pandemonium going to be happening in Sao Paulo, across Sao Paulo, because Santos and Sao Paulo are both from the same region. In fact, we're Derby. So Riquelme is through on goal, hits the crossbar. That could have sealed the game for them. And somehow Rodrigo just watched the player come in and get the ball. And we've given away a corner with 5 minutes left to play. Is there a possibility where we can win from this corner, get the ball back, take it to the other side, shoot and score? I mean, stranger things have happened in the past. Sao Paulo taking their time with this corner, and rightly so, I guess. They are going to go for a short, a little bit of shenanigans going on there. Rivera back to Riquelme. Started the whole thing. Diego goes across to Saramago. Diego Costa. They're not shooting, and they finally shoot, and it is that man, Kelly, who I think was actually offside. I think he was offside there. Don't think that is a goal. It is going to be a goal. Okay, never mind. What do I know? I don't know football. I don't know what I'm talking about. I mean, that was just a smashing goal, wasn't it? Yeah, he was onside. He stepped back. Outside foot. Diaz got a hand to it, but he was never going to stop that. Then there goes any hope and dreams that we've ever had. Yeah, we can see the lines. Yeah, he took that step in. He was smart. He knew what he was doing. I don't want to see that goal again. We do need a lot of work, though. I will get that. We need the team to gel. There's another corner. We don't need... Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. We don't need to concede another one now. Because 4-2 is just better than 5-2, isn't it? 5-2 looks like we just didn't even try. At least. I mean, yeah. Here we go. They won the league. Well done. Woo, they won the useless trophy. No, sorry. Just talk to them. Disappointed we didn't win the trophy. I am disappointed. But that's fine. That's not our focus. Our focus is the Copa Libertadores. That's all we're actually focusing on. Let's talk a little bit about the Copa Libertadores. Like I said, we've got Universidad Católica currently sitting in 15th in the Chilean league. They've had 3 games, so wouldn't take that too much into consideration. Where did they finish last season? They won the Chilean league last season, so well done to Laul over there. The strongest, we can't see them because we don't have the Bolivian league loaded. It's not part of the database. And then Caracas from Venezuela also don't have that league loaded at the moment. So it's a group we should be winning. Of course, the way it works is top 2 do go through to the next round. We're in Group D. I think some of them had to come through the qualifiers in our team. No, they didn't because the qualifiers weren't finished. So these are all automatic promotion teams. So, like I said, it is an option and one to go win it. Of course, past winners, who won it last time? Palmeiras won it, beating River Plate in the final. Independiente, by the way. Look who they've been in International. Our 2 teams we keep confusing with each other. How did they? Oh, that was the season before. I was like, because we played them in the Supercopa Americana. But yeah, look, 2020 was the last time we were in a final in the Copa Libertadores. You'll have to go back to 2003 for the second time. Actually, no, 2011 when we last won it. And we beat Peñarol, by the way, in that final. Peñarol, who did make it to the Copa Libertadores. I think they made it to the semi-finals this season. I mean, last season. Where did they get knocked out? In the second round. Okay, they got knocked out from Bahia in that competition. So they'll be looking to... Are they not in the Copa Uruguay? Their league hasn't switched over yet. It has. They're not in the Copa Uruguay. They're not in the Copa Libertadores? Where did you guys finish? They're not win their league. Oh my, they finished 3rd. Well, that's embarrassing. Because I think only top 2 get Copa Libertadores in the... Yeah, I think only top 2. They get to the qualifying rounds. I don't know why they haven't been drawn into a group stage. They should be in there. Anyway, it is the end of the video. Like I said, a little bit of shorter video. In terms of when we're coming back for the Copa Libertadores games, guys. We'll see you then. Well, guys, we lost a trophy, albeit not an important one. It's one that we've never won before. Would have been nice to win it, but alas, it's not going to be. It's fine, though. It's fine. We are rebuilding. We've got a new midfielder in João Gomes doing quite well. We lost our key striker, so it is obviously going to be a little bit of a turning point now, a little bit of a rebuild, I guess. But we're coming back for Copa Libertadores action. Not going to focus too much on the Serie A or even the Sao Paulo Cup. We're going to just blast right through it. We wanted to win Libertadores. That is the only thing that I have in mind with the Santos team. We've done everything else. It's just the Copa Libertadores. We're coming back for that. Hope you guys are excited. Your boy, the Vaslap, is out of here. Peace and chicken grease.
Thank you.